It looks like both Ellie and Masakagawa have left the table, so we're going to be playing this hand six-handed.
Remember, you don't have to play when you're playing cash game. In a tournament, these players will be getting dealt in and blinded out.
Patrick Antonius suited 10-9. And he's going to raise it to 2,500.
One of the few hands so far where someone hasn't straddled.
Tony G going to call this after Phil Ivey folded. Chris Ferguson folds. So does Hansen.
Well, pretty strong drawing hand so far.
So Joanda will call. Three players to the flop. And here is the flop. Ace, Queen, 10 of diamonds.
Wow. I've only had 2 royal flushes in my career, Barry. This is a very rare hand. Obviously, Tony G with the nuts and no possible way of losing this hand unless he should somehow misread his hand and fold.
You had a big look like you're going to bet him.
And it's been checked around to Patrick. And he checks his bottom pair.
I check.
And so does Tony.
Well, of course, he's going to give his opponents a chance to maybe catch up a little.
And he catches a 9 of diamonds here.
Well, Patrick has 2 pair now. If it comes a 9 or a 10 on the river, he could get in trouble with a full house. Joanda still with a pair and a straight draw, and Tony G is going to continue slow playing.
Queen of clubs.
Well, Joanda made trips, but of course, he loses to any diamond. Needless to say, Tony G has better than that.
6,000 to bet from Tony G.
Joanda gets away from his hand. And, of course, Patrick can't possibly call. Well, he's thinking about it, maybe.
And he folds.
Pretty sick one. That's sick.
Oh.
I got a shot at.
Wow. What are the odds to flop that?
I had trips.
Sick. It's not often you can flop a royal flush.
So Tony G flops again.
I came here prepared to take one hit. So if it happens, good luck to you. If it doesn't happen, good luck to me.
In a tight spot with pocket kings is Jose Manuel Nadal.
Come on, just flop me an ace. I don't even want to sweat. I don't want to fade a 2-outer.
I just check my notes. Every time Jean Robert is in a hand, he's talking and his opponent is not.
Deuce 10 queen.
Like that. Come on, dog. No face cards. We don't want to see a face card. No more. A nice little deuce ball would be just fine.
A nice little deuce ball would be just fine. The Jean Robert Balance story.
9 on the turn.
Good.
Nadal turns a straight draw.
Nadal needs a king or a jack, or he is wamboozled.
The river card. Oh, a king for Nadal! Nadal will survive and dish that horrendous beat to Milan.
The best hand doesn't always hold up, and Jean Robert momentarily is silenced. Nadal feels like he just gave birth.
He runs like this, man.
He is no stranger to bad beats. Even for Milan, that was vicious.
I know you think you got lucky, but it's not you, it's me. I've never been able to beat a 2-outer. I mean, that I already won once. Well, I beat King Queen, that's not a 2-outer. If I could fade 2-outers, it'd be unbelievable.
Yet another classic. Jean Romano is settled into his new table. He's concentrating on the poker, but he's not in the hand. In fact, there is a big hand developing between Justin Phillips and Moriyuki Mabuchi. Mabuchi made a bet after the river onto that scary board. Phillips now fires back with a raise.
Does Justin Phillips bet the shirt off his back?
Action on Mabuchi. He's all in. Phillips turns over a royal flush. Mabuchi, quad aces.
You gotta be kidding me. Quad aces, your last hand of the main event.
What a way to hit the rail.
There's nothing more ultimate than that.
That is a statistical improbability, my friends.
What a horrible river card for you.
If you flop a set of aces, river quads, and lose, that's a bad beat.
And Mabuchi does stumble out of the main event.
Take a picture of that one. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That is just...
If this happened to Phil Hellmuth, the table would no longer be here.
Coming down the table, sit down, boom. 4 aces.
They're all chasing the $8.25 million first prize.
On the Milwaukee's Best Light Pocket Cam, Umberto with ace-10 offsuit. And he will give it up. Over to our chip leader, Dog Martin Mickelson, ace-king of diamonds. That's good for a raise to $60,000, 3 times the big blind. Chris Lovelace from Brandon, Mississippi.
Not Ray.
Re-raise with pocket eights.
150.
Lovelace bought in for the $10,000 entry fee. Says, I wanted to know if I could play with the big boys.
So far, so good. Over to Havad Khan now.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. And the big boys' cards go into the muck, and action is folded back around to Doug Martin. And he'll re-raise him all in.
Okay.
And a call.
Okay.
It's one of the most sedate all-in calls we've ever seen at the main event.
Well, Lovelace has run up against the biggest boy, the chip leader.
All right, to the flop we go now. The flop is 10 Jack. Jack, what a flop for Mickelson, a straight flush draw.
What a way to miss and still be monstrously ahead.
Lovelace's pocket eights are good, but in dire straits.
10.
Turn card, 6 of diamonds and a flush for Mickelson, but not over yet, boys.
Yeah, Lovelace can still survive with an 8 or a jack for a full house.
River card, queen of diamonds and a royal flush for Mickelson. Lovelace is gone.
What a hell of a way to go out. Enjoyed it, fella.
Our eardrums are fortunate. Havad or Umberto wasn't the one to hit that royal flush.
Mickelson over $4 million.
This game is easy.